I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Moon, Deep Space. Hello and welcome to your Cancer New Moon Great Mother Speaks reading in your Vedic moon sign. You want to check the links below to see what that is for you. It is 24 degrees in precession to the Western tropical moon sign. This new moon is in the nakshatra of Purnavasu. It's a feeling of having completed a cycle, a phase of life that was very active, and now having to fill what is now an empty space with something that has meaning for you moving forward. And wouldn't this new moon be conjunct Venus, a very communicative type of energy in terms of Great Mother energy, this emotional, intuitive space, opening it up to positive reception, as well as Mercury turning direct on this day. Between now and the full moon, Jupiter will be going direct as well, and so amplifying what is occurring the first 2 weeks of this lunar cycle. This reading does cover the entire lunar cycle in terms of the projection of what we will be seeding now. There are suggested new moon wishes at the end of the reading based on your Western moon sign, but don't worry about that here. The new moon in tropical astrology is in Leo, and so we make our wishes based on Western astrology, the energy of Leo. That's all we need to know, because we are aligning our own ego desires with the intention of the soul, which is what Great Mother Speaks readings are for. Specifically, those who are surviving mama drama trauma. Visit mamadramatrauma.info for more information. It is a condition in which the mother projects unhealed aspects of herself onto her child, causing emotional and or physical trauma. In cases where she is unable, unwilling, or unavailable, she may have transitioned from doing her own healing work because MDT is a cycle. Loving detachment is required in order for the child to live a healthy, happy, and whole life. That's the inner work life coaching I specialize in, and what these readings are designed to do in terms of supporting my clients in their inner work. But they are open to the public if anyone happens to come by. So you're welcome if you are here. And again, check us out at greatmotherspeaks.info for more coaching information, and mamadramatrauma.info for the blog and support groups. Now, speaking of conjunctions, Mercury is conjunct the North Node in Gemini this new moon, giving us again a huge communicative space for expansion going into this new energy set up by Purnavasu. Your lunar yogas are very important because they set up how we download information. So our yogas are our 12th lunar house, our first lunar house, which is our moon sign, and our second. So for example, if your moon sign is Virgo, your 12th lunar house is Leo. And so you download intuitively like a Leo. You feel the emotion like a Virgo and process the information like a Libra. So you want to keep that in mind with these readings for each sign, because although we may share a moon sign and we may share the yogas, there can be shifting, of course, with our own unique configuration and aspects in our birth charts. Now, as you may know, the Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck is being revised. It's almost completed, and so a card or two may be thrown in this reading. There will at least be one to clarify your Cancer new moon reading. So, your new moon wishes. The rules for those as set out over millennia, we've learned that they are most effective if we focus on 10 or less. Those suggested to you may number more than 10 or less. The category for Leo energy is creativity, determination, dignity, fun, celebration, curtailing of arrogance, okay? Asking for support in those areas is what Leo energy is all about. And so you can manage that this new moon up until the end of the phase, which is about 2.5 days. So with no further ado, these are your Cancer new moon readings. Hello, Libra moon sign people. Great Mother has me kind of shooting from the hip with these readings. This is her new moon, and so she gets to, as they are popularly saying now, double down on her messages. This is your Vedic moon sign, your soul sign, your Western, your ego moon sign. Leo is ruled by the Sun, Great Father energy, and so we always look at our moon yogas to see what we're downloading, what we're feeling, and what we're processing. 12th, 1st, second houses, respectively. Your first lunar house, Libra, is the card Yemiya. Your soul is ready to surrender to its healing process of mama drama trauma. It is ready to accept the fact that it does not have the ego awareness, capability, capacity to relinquish the shame, blame, and guilt that sustains it on its own. It can't do that by itself. And it's realizing that. It's realizing that the challenge is too great of healing mama drama trauma on its own. And so with Cancer being 10th house energy for you, this is something to do with your dharma, your life purpose, why your soul incarnated on this planet past MDT. MDT is an evolutionary soul contract to evolve in self-love and spiritual independence. And there is a life beyond MDT I call living MDT free. When we live in loving detachment, we still are triggered, but we don't fall into the tailspins. And this is a message Great Mother has for you with regard to your life purpose, because Sagittarius energy, the sage, 9th house energy for you, is where Gemini and Rahu are. So you are evolving, you are growing in your understanding of whatever your life purpose is beyond MDT, and you're surrendering right now to the healing process, or you're feeling frustrated enough where you are willing, ready, and able to do so. So there's this peace that is descending upon you, and you are no longer feeling the same sense of tension about MDT, because what's bringing up this need to surrender to the process is that you have accepted that you are the orphan. You have accepted that you're alone, your feelings of aloneness, not that that is the ultimate reality, because as divine children, we know that we're never alone. But in terms of you feeling that bond with your birth mother, you've accepted it doesn't exist in the way you need it to in order to feel loved. And so there's a certain charm that comes with integrity. You have it. There are bestowals of wishes that you are receiving during this lunar cycle as a result of this charm. People are vibing with it. Immediate to you, around you, your associations with people are of a higher quality during this particular time as well. And so therefore, shady people, which could also include your drama mama, are going to have beef with you because you're shining a light, Libra moon sign people. You're shining this light of communicating and sharing your way with this charm, that there may even be some professional changes, some business changes. Even though I don't see 7th house energy here, you might be either in the process of moving long distance or you're doing some long distance astral travel. When you're sleeping or in your meditative states, you're receiving beautiful downloads of inspiration to express this mysticism that's emerging in you, that you're wanting to communicate with Mercury going direct with this new moon. You'll see how that plays out through poetry, song, or romance. You're really self-mothering. You're really realizing, again, the wherewithal is not within you. I am surrendering. I am receiving my guidance from my angels, guides, and ancestors. And this truth is emitting such a beautiful, this full moon light of Isis, root chakra. It's regrounding you and your resolve to self-care, to self-mother. And you're wanting to do this because you're ready to center yourself. You've been off center for so long. And we know that Libra is the only zodiac with a inanimate object, the scales. You symbolize the scales, and even for you, this type of imbalance is something that has been very difficult to manage. And body, mind, and soul is where it's at for you. That's what the surrender is about for you. And this heart chakra energy of Yemiya coming in with this first quarter moon surrender is all about being able to access the deepest parts of you with this Cancer ruled by the moon, Great Mother, in your 10th house of Dharma. What's supporting you is your inner wisdom, Sophia, heart chakra new moon card. And so open to the void of what this cycle will be at the crossroads of your ego soul, that heart chakra, willing to tap into that inner wisdom about which direction to go in order to follow your guidance to your highest ability and capacity to do so. Your present state of ego soul alignment is self-inquiry. And so you are no longer judging yourself as much, condemning yourself as much as you have been in the past. You have begun a process of self-inquiry. That's why the meditation is so deep. That's why you're being so inspired. You're getting the encouragement that you need on an internal level to follow your dharma, to follow your path, and any obstacles that arise. You're learning. It's all about self-learning, self-mothering, self-encouragement. Oh, why did that happen? What happened? Okay, let me reflect. Okay, how did I not see this particular situation coming? I should have known that I needed to avoid this particular party so that this addiction wouldn't be triggered. And so changing over this course of time, that internal dialogue from judgment such as that to what happened? What happened? I went to that party really thinking that I was not going to fall back in my old habits. Why did I really go? I'm missing my friends. Are they really my friends? If I know that I'm having trouble healing, if I'm constantly brought back to blame, shame, and guilt, is that really the kind of friend that I need moving forward? Is that the kind of environment that that kind of self-curiosity, self-inquiry, so you can get to the source of your behavior in a loving way instead of a condemning way, is really why your soul is wanting to do this surrender work, this cycle. It's wanting to connect with that Christ consciousness, that loving consciousness of soul guidance and guardianship that takes us along our yellow brick road, our hero's journey of coming into our own manhood, of coming into our own womanhood, of a life beyond mama drama trauma. It's a process of owning our decision to acknowledge our soul contract, to evolve in self-love and spiritual independence through accepting our birthright to be happy, healthy, and whole, and walking that happiness, aligning ourselves with situations, with people, our dharma to be manifested within the context of the identity of divinity, being a dearly loved child of the great Mother, Father, God, who's never judged, condemned, and left alone. So how the soul is wanting to do this work, this lunar cycle, we have new moon 6th chakra, which is the Cancer new moon card for you here. Libra moon sign people. Maya, the illusion, is the scene in The Wizard of Oz when Toto reveals Professor Marvel, or the Oz, the same person, is just a man. So there is a illusion that needs to be revealed to you this lunar cycle about an addiction, about a past behavior, association, a place, a thing that you feel that you cannot live without, that you feel is a constant trigger that has more power over you than your ability to release the illusion that your mother, your lover, your job, whatever it is, can be any more than it is. Because the illusion in MDT is that our mother should be the fantasy we want her to be. And in healing that dilemma and releasing the MDT identity, what we're doing through self-love and spiritual independence, having our own relationship with Great Mother, our angels, our guides, and our ancestors, is letting go of the mother we want in order to accept the one we have. This is how your soul wants to do this new moon Cancer stuff. It wants this new intuitive understanding about your life purpose beyond MDT, whatever that is for you. Whether it's healing, whether it is selling at the farmer's market, fresh produce, whether it is being an architect, whatever that is for you, there is an illusion that presently exists about your ability to overcome the challenges to achieving that. Because you have already overcome the illusion that your mother is a fantasy, but you're still in the process of letting that fantasy go. And this month is going to show you what is your impediment to doing that, because it's the same impediment to you healing the MDT and living MDT free. Working with this message that Great Mother has for you, your likely outcome will be arriving at your own crossroads. It's the Hecate crescent moon throat chakra card. It's the card when the Wicked Witch tries to take the ruby red slippers in the castle from Dorothy's feet and is shocked. So whatever that obstacle is, Virgo, whether it is an emotional one, and of course when we're speaking Vedic moon sign energy, we're talking about the memories, we're talking about the imaginative field, we're talking about the realm of our emotions. If the obstacle is there, this lunar cycle is going to show you how to overcome that, or simply just how powerless it is, just as we have in the Hecate card. The witch only needed to hold her hand to the shoes to be shocked. But remember, in the same scene, she threatens to kill Toto, which symbolizes Dorothy's intuition. So Dorothy offers the slippers in exchange for Toto and fails. So she's about to lose Toto. Are you about to lose your intuition? Those of you who may feel that the obstacle is too great, are you about to let your intuition be played by you as illegit, as worthy not to be followed? Because at this time, it is especially strong, and it is especially peace-giving. The charm that you have to be able to facilitate this difficult process is bestowed upon you, Libra moon sign people. And with that, let's look at what Great Mother suggests as your possible Leo new moon wishes. We know that Leo is where the new moon is in the Western astrology, and so that would also be 10th house energy for you as a Virgo moon sign in the Western. Either way, it's 10th house energy, and the suggestion that comes under the category of Leo moon sign wishes, of course, from Jan Spiller's New Moon astrology book. I suggest this to everybody. It's an awesome book. I love it. Dignity. In the area of dignity, Leo energy of dignity. Wishes include possibly, I want to easily find myself happily participating in the right theater group for me. Is that one of your life purposes this lifetime? Dharma and acting. That's a great new moon wish. I want to easily find myself putting others on center stage in a way that creates positive mutual energy. I want to easily find myself enjoying being center stage in a healthy, happy way. I want an aura of happy dignity to permeate my being. I want true self-confidence to enter into every area of my life. I want to easily allow the radiance of my inner being to shine openly. I want to have a feeling of benevolence and goodwill toward fill in the blank. I want to easily find myself taking the right actions at work, with family, with friends, etc., that cause me to be recognized in a positive way. Those are some Leo new moon wishes in the area of dignity, Libra moon sign people, as you charm your way to clarity. And speaking of clarity, the new revised Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck clarification card for this reading for you is Birth Mother, the Crescent Moon Root Chakra card, Soul Mate. This card is saying that a great deal of the blessings that you're being bestowed with have to do with the acknowledgement that you have had of your MDT, your acceptance of it, and your ability to recognize that your mother loves you the way that she is loving you, the best way she can, in a material sense. And in a spiritual sense, you have a great appreciation of the soul contract you made with her to mutually evolve in self-love and spiritual independence. And it is through your self-love, guided by your intuition, angels, guides, ancestors, a Christ consciousness that keeps you in a sense of divinity identity, that will allow you to stand at the crossroads and claim your birthright to have both your intuition, symbolized by Toto, and your birthright to be happy, healthy, and whole, symbolized by the ruby red slippers this lunar cycle. Thanks so much for watching, sharing, and liking. But above all, and most of all, remember, Great Mother loves you, and I do too.
I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark Matter, the Void, the Black Hole.